After the age of 50, something begins to shift within us. Not just in our bones or joints, but in the delicate systems we often take for granted. Our throat, our lungs, and our heart. These are not just parts of the body, they are sacred gateways. To life, to breath, to connection. Yet many people over 50 continue to push their bodies into situations they once could handle effortlessly, unaware that now, the same actions can carry serious risks. Let's talk about something rarely discussed. In the open, something that can quietly damage your health, your safety, and even your life. Today, we are not here to shame, but to share the truth with love and respect. Because you deserve to know how to protect your most vital organs and enjoy life with peace, dignity, and understanding. You see, many seniors still engage in certain private or intimate behaviors that once felt harmless. But now those actions may put intense pressure on areas like the throat and chest, sometimes leading to fainting, breathlessness, or even triggering heart issues. What is this silent threat? And why is it more dangerous after 50? Let's explore the truth, so that you can make decisions not from fear, but from wisdom. Aging and vulnerability. What changes after 50? As we age, our body doesn't just get slower, it becomes more vulnerable in specific ways. One of the most overlooked changes happens in the throat and upper respiratory system. The muscles that once helped us swallow smoothly, breathe deeply, or even speak with strength begin to weaken gradually. Our gag reflex becomes less responsive, which might seem like a minor change, but it actually puts us at greater risk. With a weaker gag reflex, we're more likely to choke on food, drinks, or anything that enters the mouth too deeply. The esophagus, the tube that carries food to your stomach, also becomes more sensitive and prone to tiny tears or inflammation. For seniors, this can mean longer recovery from something as small as a sore throat, or something as serious as aspiration, where fluid enters the lungs and causes pneumonia. The lungs, too, become less elastic. They don't expand and contract the way they used to. This means it's easier to feel out of breath, especially if the airway is blocked even briefly. And let's not forget the heart. After 50, blood pressure changes, arteries stiffen, and sudden spikes in adrenaline or physical pressure can increase the risk of arrhythmias, heart attacks, or fainting episodes. Spiritually speaking, your body after 50 isn't weaker, it's wiser. It speaks more softly, but with greater wisdom. It asks for care, not challenge. Listening to its needs is not a sign of fragility. It is a sign of deep self-respect. The hidden risks of deep throat acts. After 50, let's talk about one of the most ignored and misunderstood risks in senior health. Deep oral penetration, commonly referred to in adult circles as deep throat activity. While we will speak about this respectfully and without graphic detail, it's important to address this issue head-on, because the consequences can be serious. What makes this act risky for those over 50? First, it places intense pressure on the throat and airway. This can trigger a choking response or, in some cases, cause tiny tears in the throat tissue. Seniors are especially vulnerable because their throat lining is thinner, less elastic, and slower to heal. Second, this act stimulates the vagus nerve, a nerve that runs from the brain down through the throat, chest, and into the stomach. When overstimulated, the vagus nerve can cause a sudden drop in heart rate and blood pressure, leading to fainting or even cardiac distress, especially in individuals with pre-existing heart conditions. Third, for those with acid reflux or GERD, deep penetration can push stomach acid upward, irritating the throat or triggering a coughing fit. In severe cases, it may even lead to aspiration, where fluids enter the lungs causing infection or inflammation. This isn't about judgment, this is about knowledge. Your throat, lungs, and heart are interconnected in ways that many people don't realize. After 50, protecting them isn't weakness, it's wisdom. And wisdom leads to longer life, better intimacy, and peace of mind. Real stories, anonymous cases or hypotheticals. Let me share 2 real-world inspired cases, anonymized and respectful, but true to the experiences of many seniors. Case 1. Linda, age 67, was in a loving relationship with her partner of many years. One evening, during a moment of intimacy, she tried to perform a deep oral act she had done often in her younger years. Midway through, she began choking and gasping for breath. Her partner stopped immediately, and they rushed to the ER. Doctors diagnosed her with aspiration pneumonia, a condition where foreign material enters the lungs. She recovered, but it took weeks of antibiotics and rest. Today, she says, "I didn't know how fragile my body had become. I wish someone had told me." Case 2. Mark, 72, was healthy and active, but one night during intimacy, he suddenly felt lightheaded and passed out. Paramedics later said it was due to vagal overstimulation, causing his heart rate and blood pressure to plummet. He now takes extra precautions and has open conversations with his partner about what feels safe. These stories are not here to scare you. They are here to awaken awareness, because awareness saves lives. And the more we talk about these hidden risks, the more we empower seniors to love, connect, and care for each other without harm. Warning signs you should never ignore if you experience any of the following symptoms during or after intimate activities. Stop immediately and seek medical advice. Sudden coughing fits, choking, or gasping for breath. Pain in the throat or chest that lingers. Dizziness, lightheadedness, or blacking. Rapid heartbeat or irregular rhythm. Feeling like you can't catch your breath. These are not normal signs of aging. These are signs your body is under stress. Trust your instincts and never feel embarrassed to speak with a doctor. Silence can be dangerous. Speaking up can be life-saving. How to stay safe. While staying connected, intimacy doesn't need to stop after 50, but it does need to evolve. Choose positions and activities that do not put pressure on the neck, lungs, or heart. Avoid anything that makes you feel breathless or dizzy. Talk openly with your partner about what feels good and safe. Gentle touch, emotional closeness, and shared laughter are just as powerful as any physical act. In fact, for many seniors, emotional intimacy becomes even more meaningful with time. There is no shame in changing how you express love. There is only wisdom in honoring your limits. Can deep throat lead to throat cancer? The hidden risk. You must know this is a sensitive but important topic, especially for couples over 50 who may still enjoy intimacy in their marriage. Many seniors don't realize that certain forms of oral intimacy, including deep throat, can carry unexpected health risks, especially when it comes to throat cancer. The main reason? HPV. The human papillomavirus, HPV, is the most common sexually transmitted infection in the world, and in many cases people don't even know they have it. It can live silently in the body for years. When it spreads through oral sex, including deep throat acts, it can enter the lining of the throat, particularly in the tonsils, the back of the tongue, or the soft tissues of the pharynx. Over time, HPV can change the cells in those areas. If the immune system is weakened, which naturally happens with age, it becomes harder to fight off the virus. In some people, this leads to the slow development of cancer, often many years later. What's especially concerning is that HPV-related throat cancers are now more common than smoking-related ones in some countries, even in people who never used tobacco. And because symptoms often appear late, it's sometimes called a silent killer. If you're over 50, your body needs protection, not pressure. If you or your partner have had multiple relationships in the past, or if HPV exposure is a concern, it's wise to avoid practices that could increase the risk of micro-tears or deep tissue exposure in the throat. As always, this isn't about shame, it's about awareness. Your throat is a sacred part of your body, connected to your breath, your voice, and your heart. It deserves respect and protection. If you feel unsure or need more guidance, talk to a doctor, or simply choose intimacy styles that are safe, gentle, and age-appropriate. Your health is more important than any moment of passion. After 50, every part of your body becomes more sacred, not less. Your breath is a prayer. Your heartbeat is a rhythm of divine life. You are not less whole because you need gentler care. You are more whole because you are listening with compassion. Protecting your throat, your lungs, and your heart is not about fear. It's about love. Love for yourself. Love for your partner. Love for the beautiful years still ahead of you. Treat your body as a gift, not a machine, and let that love guide your choices. My dear friends, there is no shame in talking about what keeps us safe. There is only wisdom in facing the truth. After 50, your body needs care, not challenge. It needs comfort, not risk. It needs your listening. If this video opened your eyes or touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment below. Even a simple thank you or I learned something helps this message reach someone who may need it. You deserve to live with dignity, love, and safety. And we are here to walk with you every step of the way. Take care, protect your breath, and remember, your life is a precious gift.